Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to explain and recap an Indian horror mystery thriller film called Jessie. But first, if you have not subscribed to my channel, then please do it. The movie begins with a car accident where a girl dies. In the next scene, we see a team of self-proclaimed ghost hunters heading to a haunted mansion by the name of Victoria House. The members of this team are Shalini, Abhi, Joe, and Mojo. On their way, these guys see a girl named Samira, from whom they the address. Samira was surprised to hear the name of Victoria House and says they cannot go there without her permission. She says, "I am the owner of that house. Currently, I live in Germany and have come to India only yesterday. I had given that house for rent to two sisters. But after their death, the rumors of haunted house started. I have been trying to sell it for many years, but no one wants to buy it." She now makes a deal with these guys. She was ready to pay them to commission if they prove that the house is not haunted. As they agree, Samira takes them to Victoria House. From the outside, this house was like a ghost house. Black molds were everywhere. As the team gets ready with their equipment, where Shalini gives an amp meter to Joe. That is an electromagnetic force meter. Whenever a ghost is around, this meter is used to detect its field. Now the time was 6 o'clock in the evening. Shalini introduces this place on camera, and these people start from the swimming pool. The swimming pool was absolutely dirty, mud was everywhere. But there was a rocking chair in the middle which was super clean. Shalini asks, "Is there anyone here? If there is anyone, then please give a signal." Abhi was recording this session. Here they don't get any signals. Next, these guys enter the house. For a strange reason, inside the house was clean. There was no electricity, but candles were burning everywhere. Abhi finds a sandal with blood on it. As everyone goes to check the rooms of the house, they found a portrait. This was a photo of those two sisters, who rented it earlier. Here their faces were blurred. On the dining table, they see fresh fruits and food. The gas stove in the kitchen was running and the cooker was on it. Shalini again asks for the sign here, but still, she does not get any. Like this, they see every room. Even after staying here for 3 hours, these people don't find anything supernatural. Shalini now tells the same thing on the camera, and just then the door behind her closes automatically. The reading in the amp meter was also full. These people again go to the room where they see a small teddy bear doll near the window. Everyone looks out when Abhi saw a black ghost through his camera. The ghost was sitting on the rocking chair at the swimming pool, and there was a big red teddy bear doll in its hand. As everyone saw this, a cold wind doused the candles in the room. As these guys turned back, the red doll was right in front of them. Somebody's footsteps were also there. From all this, these guys were spooked a bit. Samira heard a sound on the TV and thought they will probably get the next clue there. As they went down, the TV switched on and off by itself. As Abhi was recording this, he saw the same black ghost again through his camera. He again showed it to others. This time it was recorded on camera. Hence it was evidence. Later the TV automatically turns on and we are now shown a flashback. The date was January 24, 2013. Two sisters, Jessie and Amy, are sitting in a restaurant. Amy had left Jessie's bag in the car, so Jessie goes to bring it back. There the bag was missing. Jessie thinks the bag has been stolen as the window of the car was open. Jessie scolds Amy as her ID card, credit card, driving license, and other important things were in that bag. The keys to her house were also there in that bag. She now complains about it to the police. Later she takes Amy to Victoria House, which was her home. Amy asks her, "Why have we come here? Whose house is this and why you are calling me Amy?" Jessie was in bad mood, hence these two quarreled a little. Jessie had hired a keymaker to make new keys to the house. Upon entering the house, Amy doesn't recognize her room. She was behaving as if she was entering the house for the first time. Next, we see these sisters at breakfast. It has been 2 days since they arrived here and Jessie's bag was still missing. She tells Amy that she urgently needs to talk to Rajiv, hence she is going out to purchase a new mobile. Amy was a little surprised to hear Rajiv's name. After Jessie leaves, Amy started looking for Jessie's dairy. But here one thing was shocking. Here Amy was looking just like Jessie. Her face had changed, she was no longer a teenager but of Jessie's age. She gets Rajiv's number. When she goes to call him from her hidden mobile, the main doorbell rings. Amy opens the door. Inspector Ramesh Narayan was there. Ramesh asks for water to drink and says he had found the lost bag. As Amy goes to fetch water, Jessie arrives and takes the bag from Ramesh. She says, "This is not my bag, it is someone else's." "You brought the wrong bag." Amy gives him water. Ramesh was surprised a little. He asks Jessie to wait for a minute. He brings another bag from the car, which Jessie says is her bag. She thanks Ramesh. While leaving, Ramesh leaves his card with her. At night, Jessie calls her boyfriend Rajiv, but Rajiv doesn't recognize her. Their two fight a little. The next morning, Rajiv calls Jessie and says sorry. Jessie had an appointment with a doctor. She takes Rajiv and Amy with her. She points at Amy and says, "Amy was born on November 25, 1987. After turning 18, her body started re-aging, physically and mentally. After 2 years it stopped. Now her body is of a 16-year-old girl, whereas her real age is 25 years. The doctor starts laughing hearing this and doesn't take Jessie seriously. Jessie gives many photos and videos of Amy as evidence. Amy's full body reports were normal. He sends them away by saying that the photos and videos could be made in Photoshop. Reports don't lie. Later on, Rajiv consoles Jessie and says, "We will consult another doctor." Jessie was doing some work on her laptop at night when she heard Amy's calling. On checking, Amy asks, "Why did she call her?" Jessie said, "I didn't call you. You called me." Here Amy was doing strange things. When Jessie came back to her room, her laptop was not on her bed but was on her rocking chair. Now she heard Amy screaming again. Upon checking, Amy says, "There is someone below my bed. Check it out." Jessie tries hard to convince her that there is no one below her bed, but Amy was insistent. As Jessie checks, to her horror, she finds another Amy there hiding. She too says, "There is someone above, please check it out." Jessie was confused. She doesn't understand what the hell is happening here. Now suddenly someone pulls her legs. The next morning when Jessie woke up, there were fingerprints on her legs. She doesn't understand what is happening here. On this day, Amy now behaves normally and insists on going fishing. Jessie agrees to her demand, and both of them enjoy fishing the whole day. At night, Jessie goes to invite Amy to dinner where she saw a sketchbook, which had scary drawings. At dinner time, she asks Amy not to do such sketches. Amy gets furious and turns away by shouting at Jessie in a strange way. The next morning, Jessie finds Amy unconscious in the bathtub. Looks like she wanted to commit suicide. Jessie takes her out and calls Rajiv. Rajiv checks Amy's room where the scary drawings on the wall were flooded with water. He now suggests consulting a psychiatrist. Psychiatrist Dr. Aravia comes to Jessie's house. She studies the case and wanted to talk with Amy privately. Jessie sends her to Amy's room, and after some time Dr. Aravia comes out trembling. She says Amy is not human, she is dangerous. If you want to live, then get the hell out of here. As she started running away from the house, Amy stopped her. She says, "Dr. Aravia, don't come out of your house tomorrow, or else you will be killed." Jessie's trouble goes on and on. She could not understand what was happening with Amy. In the night, Jessie hears Amy calling again, and this time she finds her floating in the swimming pool. From all this, she was spooked. The next morning, Inspector Ramesh arrives here. He says Dr. Aravia is dead. She had an accident. We found this marking on her car. Since this was her last visit, do you people know anything about it? Jessie identifies the symbol. Amy was drawing it over and over again. She wanted to inform the police about it, but Rajiv stops her. Jessie already had many problems, he doesn't want another one. Hence he lies by saying they don't know anything about it. Later, Jessie goes to the kitchen to make coffee for Rajiv, where she sees Amy inside the fridge in a possessed state. She starts screaming. When Rajiv checks the fridge, it was normal. Still, they check on Amy in her room. She clearly possessed. In a possessed state, Amy tries to attack Jessie. Seeing all this, Jessie concludes that they need an exorcist, not a doctor. Jessie and Rajiv talk to a professional exorcist and bring him home. The exorcist first checks Amy and gives Rajiv a diary. In it, the procedure for doing exorcism and all required items were written. The next day Rajiv brings them and the exorcism starts. He makes Jessie sit in front of Amy at the table. He now asks Rajiv to tie Jessie to the chair. Rajiv ties Jessie up and also covers his face. Jessie doesn't understand what is happening as she was not possessed. Amy was. The exorcist starts chatting. He places his hand on Jessie's head and asks her to look at Amy. When Jessie looked at her, Amy looked just like her. She was 25 years old. She was not the Amy she knew. The exorcist says, "This is not your sister, this is not your body." Jessie sees her face in the mirror and she does not recognize it. The exorcist shows her the same car accident which we saw in the first scene. This makes Jessie furious and violent. She starts screaming, and her eyes turn black. The exorcist starts exorcism on Jessie, due to which she starts screaming. The TV stops at this incident. It was all a backstory that the Ghost Hunters team was watching on TV. They too were confused about this. Who was Jessie and who was Amy? Shalini asks the same question to the ghosts in the house. Here Samira suddenly feels severe pain in her back. On checking, a message was written there. "I don't know." Shalini now calls Inspector Ramesh and asks about Jessie. Ramesh orders them to leave that place immediately. As Shalini insists, Ramesh says you will not handle the truth. He arrives at Victoria House and tells further of the backstory. The day after the exorcism, we see Jessie at a new home. There was Dr. Arathia who asks Jessie her name. Here Jessie says her name is Shruti. Here her twin sister Amrita was also there along with Ramesh, exorcist, and Rajiv. Here Shruti was Jessie and Amrita was Amy. Here Ramesh explains everything to Shruti. On the morning of January 26th, police beat up a petty thief. He stole a bag from a car. 2 days ago, that is on January 24th at around 6 a.m., the two sisters living in Victoria House were killed in a car accident. One sister's boyfriend Rajiv had cremated their bodies. Now that morning around 9 a.m., sisters claiming that they are living in the same house had also filed a complaint about the missing bag. This was a bit strange. At the road accident, we found a bag with Jessie's name on it. The thief stole a bag that belonged to Shruti. Since then I have suspected that something is wrong. When I went to the house to return the bag, I was surprised to see the twin sisters. There the girl who was claiming herself to be Jessie did not identify the bag given by the thief. Rather, she claimed the bag from the accident as hers. At the house I saw Amrita's help sign, hence I left my card behind. Later I contacted Rajiv and Amrita. Then understood the whole story. Shruti and Amrita were on their way to the city from Hyderabad when they saw Jessie's car accident site in between. Soon after, Jessie's ghost possessed Shruti. But the ghost didn't know that that body is not hers. It believed Amrita was her sister and brought her to Victoria House. Now Jessie's ghost had to be removed from Shruti's body. We contacted an exorcist and explained the whole story. Jessie never believed in ghosts, hence first it was necessary to convince her that ghosts do exist. That's why first Rajiv fixed a fake appointment with the doctors. Amrita pretended to be possessed. Dr. Arathia also pretended. We put scary drawings in the room, frightened Jessie in every way. When she was convinced, then by doing exorcism, Jessie's ghost was removed. Shruti was shocked to hear all this. The Ghost Hunters team was also in shock as it was their first real experience. Now Samira suddenly disappears. Everyone starts looking for her. Ramesh asks, "Who is Samira?" Abhi says, "The same girl who was standing next to you. The owner of this house." Ramesh panics hearing this. He takes them all to Jessie's room where there was a portrait. He asks, "Is this Samira?" When everyone nods, Ramesh says, "This is Jessie. Now we have to run from here or else we will be killed. 80% of the women coming to this house are missing. The rumors are true. Jessie hunts here." Now suddenly all the items start falling in the house, the strong wind starts blowing, and everyone starts running away. On coming out, Shalini and Joe were trapped at home. Despite Ramesh's opposition, Abhi and Mojo went inside to save their friends. Ramesh also goes with them as he was the police. It was his job to save the people. Now inside, Jessie had possessed Joe and she was treating Shalini as Amy. She writes a message on the wall, "Go away or you will be killed." As Abhi tries to save Shalini, Jessie kills him. She kills everyone one by one. Ramesh also gets trapped here. At the end of the film, we see Jessie sitting on the same rocking chair in her black dress. With this, the movie ends. So this was the story of Jessie. The film is a mixture of a psychological thriller and horror. Both of these are mixed while making it unique. The cinematography is also good. Light, sound and atmospheric horror elements manage to scare you. The biggest strength of the film is its complex plot. Well, overall this is a great film. You can watch this film on Amazon Prime. If you like my videos, then please subscribe to my channel. Give it a like. Thanks for watching. Take care.